Hey, what is up, everybody? Let's see here. Hey, what is up, everybody? So I'm gonna do like a small, like short stream. This will kind of double as a video for me, pretty much. Cause after this live stream, I'm going to take a break, from uploading and stuff. So, yeah, this will just double as a video for me. Make it a little easier, give you guys some content. So this might last maybe 15-20 minutes, but it should be good enough. Yeah, the old style wrecker is the one that I'm going to use today, so glad you like this one, because we'll give you a little bit of content here on this. Alright, so let me get this thing kind of set up, though. Eventually, I'll have it where you can join with us, Samuel. Eventually, I will. I'm working on a spawner, because like, say if people come in game right now, we have to spawn them you know, vehicles to use, and it's kind of annoying. So I'm making a spawner, and that's what I'm gonna kind of take a break and work on, and then a few other video projects that I'm trying to get finished. I need to buy my video editor, because like I'm not even gonna lie to you, I was using like a stupid cracked version of my video editor. um so I use that Filmora one, but I have a cracked version of it because I don't even know why at this point, because it's only $60, but like for a copy of it. Let me see if I can get this stupid sling to come out. Hang on. This is one of the trucks that little mechanical, got a few features on it. I'm gonna try to push this. There we go. Alright. What I'm trying to do is get this straight, and then I can weld this in place whenever it quits moving. Takes a little bit of effort, but Alright, there we go. So now let me pick this back up and then be pretty much out of here. Let that go back into. Alrighty, let's see. So today we're just going to use a little bit of the older records, because I haven't had this one in game since, like, I really have no idea how long it's been since this truck's been in game. And then, of course, I recently revamped it, so now, just like the rest of the trucks, it's able to work unanchored, so it's even more interesting now with this little truck. Yeah, the NRC trucks, most likely. What I was thinking is, because the older NRCs are actually like, their bodies used to be like this pretty much. So I was thinking of making like an old 27-ton slider or something, possibly. Because I mean, it wouldn't be too hard to make, because it's literally about the same body style as this. And then plus I can make the NRC underlift, because those are pretty interesting how they function. A lot of people are, want to see how those work, but they're really simple. It's just that the underlift is inside of a rail system, and the boom picks it up by a hook point. So they're pretty interesting. But a lot of guys in the industry don't like them, because you can't double pick with an underlift. What am I saying? NRC. Like an NRC wrecker, you can't drop the underlift and then use your boom to pick and then put it on. It's a little harder. You can do it. You just can't really do it easily, but I think it'd be nice to try it in Roblox though, making the sliding, where it's in the rail system and all that. I think it'd be pretty cool. I'm not sure exactly how that would make that work though. I think I'd have to use like a prismatic constraint on it to make it go up and down with the boom and stuff like that. Um, yeah, definitely NRC Chop. Yo, dog. She got a little bit of tippy boy energy up in here. That's one thing with this truck that I've noticed so far. Oh my god, this truck has some issues with tipping. I'm going to go ahead and say that. I don't even know how I'm going to get out of this one. This truck has a lot of like top heavy weight pretty much. And I really don't know why. Drink 100. Oh my god. Definitely. This truck right here will definitely seem like you're drinking and driving on this thing. Holy. But this is like moments why I used to not post a lot of videos of Jake's, because I didn't like showing um I don't really know why now. Um but like I didn't like showing people like the rolling over, like, driving stupid with the trucks and then the glitches that would happen. I just didn't really like showing that. I don't really know why at this point, but it was just something in my quality filter, so. But I've gotten over it now. Good thing is I've gotten over it, so. All right, let's see here. Yeah, everybody tips over once in a while. At that spot, definitely. All right. Let's see here. So where do I even start on this thing? Got this older record, so this is gonna be a little interesting. Um, I think what I'm gonna try to do. Okay, I think I'm gonna try to use the booms to the advantage here. So obviously like IRL, this truck here, the booms like swing sort of freely, obviously, but in Roblox, they're on motors, so it ain't 100% realistic on what it would be able to do, but you can kind of replicate what it'd be like. So pretty much like IRL, that cable right there picks these booms up, and you have to hand crank it. Like you have to hand crank these booms up IRL, and then the swing you have to push this by hand, or um you pull it out with the winch. I mean, the winch you can do that, and that's what most guys do, because instead of sitting there trying to push it out by hand, they'd rather just let the winch do the work, which is the only thing powered on these records back then was the winches. So, but all right, I'm just gonna let that flop down. Let's see, I might. Originally, I was trying to make this a tow bar, but like I did the whole design where, like IRL, this is how it pivots basically. So you can kind of see how this is. There's hinges and then two different hinges right here. And what this does, this will like turn, and each one bar will go farther this way and the other one will kind of go down. And I was trying that, but it didn't really seem to work too well, so I just ended up doing a heavy duty sling. I mean, they're both things, but would have been nice to have the tow bar though, because a lot of them were built with tow bars, not heavy duty slings. But I think I'm gonna take one boom. Probably gonna hook to the top of the box there and just see what it does. So far, this thing's pretty good for lifting purposes, because like back in the day, a lot of people don't understand what the dual boom design was for. And way back in the day, believe it or not, the cops were asking for the roads to get clear sooner. Like back in the 1930s and 40s, the records that just had a single cable, the cops were already asking for better towing equipment back in the 30s and 40s. And so, like, somewhere around like the late 40s and 50s, I don't exactly know, but and don't quote me on it, but they came out with the dual boom design, and all it is you could rotate one of the booms off to the side and handle whatever you had to do, but take the other to kind of counterweight. So if you were really dealing with heavy weight, you can just use the other boom as a counterweight. And that's what the dual boom design was even originally for anyway, though. I'm not exactly sure on like the dates of when they actually came out though, cuz like no, that's not the dates that they came out because in 1945 they had the military one. So yeah, never mind. Um but somewhere around like the 30s and 40s, this style of wrecker was kind of popular. Obviously a lot smaller. Like I think the Home 750s came in the 50s and 60s. I'm pretty sure. But like in the 30s and 40s, I think it was like the smaller ones. And the military was the big ones at the time. But as you can see, I mean, this truck's really amazing. I didn't expect it to be really that good, honestly. But in Roblox, it's kind of a beast, honestly. Which, of course, we're not dealing with too much weight here. This is just the box truck model. If we were had the garbage truck, I would probably, all it would take this truck is just swing the boom directly off the side and then have another truck to counterweight, and this truck can do it. So, this truck right here, as stupid, as simple and old as the design is, for pulling purposes in Roblox itself, this truck's amazing. So, I think we're sliding a little here because this leg ain't really touching. I'm gonna stop pulling for a second. Yeah, because we need to catch this one up anyway. I'm gonna move this leg in some so it can actually touch and get some friction down. There we go. Now we should get some friction out of that leg because it's touching. Oh yeah, now we're good. Sometimes the smallest of adjustments can fix your problems. I swear, like, how this is only taking me, like, a couple of minutes to set the truck up, like, IRL, setting something up to do like this would be a lot harder, because that boom, you'd have to chain it so it wouldn't crush your support here. I mean, it probably wouldn't crush that, but, you know. No, I don't use an FPS unlocker. It's just I have a RTX 2080, so the 2080 pretty much, if you know graphics cards, then yeah, you that's pretty much top of the line. Other than if you can even get a 30 series. So I mean the 30 series was like kind of a letdown because now you can't even get them. Like I went on Amazon the other day and the 3080s, because I was like, well, let's see how much they are. They're not even available. So it's like, what? How long does it take? Like, I mean, well, see, this bed here is one that I actually built from scratch because, like, all of the other ones, like, originally, the very original models were from Rick and Josh, and a couple people will know who I'm talking about. I don't even know what their current usernames are, but a couple people will know who I'm talking about when I say Rick and Josh. Um, but obviously, like from the very original models, I've modified those like They look nothing alike what they really were. But I'm gonna pull forward here. But this one probably took me since I built this one like actually straight from the ground up. I remember working on it for 2 days building just the bed and then the boom mast. I had that done in 2 days and then like I stopped working on it for like a week. And so I don't really remember much after that. But like today, for example, um I probably put 5 hours into updating it though. Let's see here. How is the game so smooth? I mean, I don't know. It's just good computer pretty much. I mean, like, cause when that FPS unlocker came out, I had my RX 480s from AMD, and it helped those cards. I will say that. I hate AMD products because it's like I don't know why, but AMD products always have some type of stupid glitch, and it's ridiculous. But I remember with my two RX 480s in Roblox, I would only get like 45 frames or something in this game. But then again, that was Roblox like 2018, so obviously Roblox has became a lot better since 2018. So, you got a GTX 1080 probably. And yeah, I'm working on making the game public. So, and like, see, the thing is though, like, Roblox is kind of 50-50 on the graphics card though. That's kind of what sucks. But I mean, I feel like they have to do that because, being compatible with Xbox and smaller, like, devices and stuff, they have to kind of go off the processor mostly. Which sucks, but Because, like, before even realizing, like, Roblox is the platform that I realized there's actually a lot of, mobile gaming. Like, I didn't realize mobile gaming was, like, a big thing like that until Roblox. Okay, here, I'm gonna do this because this will be a lot easier. I'm gonna side pull with this thing. Shouldn't be too hard. Let's see. Actually, what we'll do, I'll extend this boom out a little bit. Free to talk in DMs. Just if you're here, I'll unlock it for my Panda Noob server. Just shoot me a DM whenever you get a chance or whatever. I'm kind of getting more open to like getting DMs now. I don't know. I used to hate getting DMs, but now I'm kind of 50-50 with it. Like when people come in my DMs asking to buy something, I don't really like it, but I understand where they're coming from. They'd rather try to attempt to at least ask me to buy it before they sit there and spend a bunch of hours trying to make one. But I don't really like when people ask me to buy something though. Just one of my pet peeves, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that have it a lot worse though. Cause like this stuff here, it's just I don't know. It's just this is really kind of. I just started messing around with a bunch of tech a while back and sort of learned a lot with the scripting. And that's another thing that I realized. That's what I should talk about too. Is like I said to everyone I was gonna try to teach to make. That's one of my videos that I'm actually working on right now, and that's why I'm gonna take a little break because I have to kind of figure out how to teach it though, because I started thinking about it and I'm like, there's not exactly a way to just simply teach you guys, if that makes any sense, because basically one of the points that I can think of right now is when you're doing scripting. If you ever hear a scripter talk about a method, basically that's taking different things from an API and you have to make a method to do the function you want, if that makes any sense. Like because you're using the stuff that is in Roblox to make what you want. And so obviously the Roblox API has God knows what in it. I mean, there's like thousands of things at this point. But I mean, I could simply start by kind of showing how to do motors and C-frame. The C-frame the C-frame isn't hard. It's just that if you try to script it on your own, it gets hard. And that's another point that I was thinking about too. I'll just go ahead and say it in the stream right now. Is like, don't be scared to use free model tech because that's how I learned. Like all of the trucks you see in the game, literally that was me learning from free models. A good example of how I really learned is when some big group's tech would get leaked. I would take that, I would study it, and then I would try to apply it to a truck that I had pretty much. I would try to apply it, and once I could take it from the big group's model and put it onto my own model, you get a small sense of accomplishment because you're like, okay, well, I just took this tech that I have no idea how to work at all scripting wise, but I just applied it to one of my trucks. And then, so it's cool and all, you can apply it to a different truck. And then, what I done, once I can apply it to something, then I try to start adding to it. So, for example, the Firestone tech. Firestone got leaked. I took the copy of the Firestone and I tried to take the flatbed. I tried to take the flatbed and apply it to other trucks. And like I played around with the flatbed, like putting it on other trucks, for like a month. And then I realized, what am I doing? It's stupid to try to mess with that. Obviously, everyone knew the ladder truck is what you needed to make things like this here work. Um, obviously, but let's see here. I'm gonna catch my breath because I've been talking here. Yeah, I can easily find the game on Roblox. It's just it is private for now. The first stream was fun having viewers come in with us. That was kind of fun though. But hopefully we'll be able to do that soon. But like I was saying, like basically, um, I took then after I started figuring out that I didn't need the Firestone flatbed tech and it was the ladder truck. Then I started playing around with that, trying to take the ladder off of the Firestone fire truck and trying to apply it to trucks, and obviously that took me a long time to figure out. And then once I figured it out, again, you get that small sense of accomplishment. And then, after that, I was like, okay, well, I can apply this. So it was kind of different with the Firestone tech because I sat there and just applied it to a lot of stuff after that because the Firestone stuff at first was so foreign to me. I didn't even bother trying to add to it. But then, probably like 4 months later, is when I tried to start adding to it. Um, And when I started adding to it, um, then I figured out how to add more motors. So then we could make more like rotating functions on the trucks, basically. And then finally, I figured out how to add more extensions. So, anywho, I've been ranting on for probably 5 minutes now. But anywho, what I'm trying to say is you have to take free model tech and you have to look at it. You have to play around with it. You have to try to apply it to your own models. And once you apply it, then you can try to add on to it. For example, like I took the basic Firestone for this truck right here. I took the Firestone ladder truck clean, put the rotate motor here, put the up motor here, and then this is A and B. Like if anyone's looked at the Firestone ladder, you know what I'm talking about right now. And then, so I had this boom working. So you're following along. I have this boom working. And then I figured out how to add two more motors. So that got this boom going, rotating, and up and down. Just like that. You have to take it in small steps and just figure it out. But the thing is, it's really hard to explain how to do it though. So that's what I'm trying to get at here. But what I'd say is just go in the studio, look up Firestone, and you have every single vehicle they have there at your hands, and then you can try to modify them. So yeah, the twin steer, it's pretty nice, definitely. Let's see here. Yeah, the twin steer is a 1075S. So start playing around and making trucks like basically I made my Panda Noobs account in 2014, and like in 2014 the what you call it, Rockport, yes, that group was so good. Rockport got freed or whatever, and so probably some people have seen some of my cab swapped, like Rockport flatbeds or something. They're kind of cringe, but you know. But I mean, definitely like trying to make trucks, just playing around. It's a mix of 6 years, pretty much, because I ever since 2014, that's when I really started trying to make stuff. So yeah, Rockport was crazy advanced for its time, definitely. Oh, I wasn't even looking. Um, Roads trucks are pretty nice. Yeah, road stuff's pretty good. I like where his stuff's going. I think I might try to help him model uh his trucks a little bit because I notice now he needs a little bit of modeling on those trucks though, but his scripting's pretty nice. I like how on his winches you can take and attach the winch exactly where you need it. I think I'm gonna use this tow bar, just test it out. Yeah, it is fun playing around with road stuff though. They leaked his stuff and then went independent. Yeah, I've had a lot of stuff like leaked, obviously from being in county groups. That's something to mention to everyone is like if you have the tow trucks that I gave out like a while back and you did a bunch of edits, basically what I used to do with Jake's is I would find a cool little county group, uh and I would say, "Hey, do you need a tow service in this game?" Uh yeah, well, obviously every single one would say yes, but the problem is what I've learned, regardless, it does not matter what group you're in. It could be stupid Firestone. your trucks, when you put them in a group owned game, literally they're going to get leaked regardless. I don't care if it's your friend, sitting there making it. If there's like another developer that you don't know personally, like say your friend owns a group and there's like another developer there that your friend hired, your stuff's going to get leaked regardless if you like it or not. Like that's just something I've realized. Your stuff gets leaked. So, but basically, something to take away from that is don't put your like stuff in group games. Oh, you're super Mike. Yeah, yeah. I remember I tried to tell you don't put them in group games. I remember telling you don't put them in group games. I do remember that, Mike. I remember that day they got leaked. Oof. Yep, and that's a good example. Mike can tell you from experience. That's how they get leaked. You put them in a group game, they get leaked. So, but I mean, I've had that happen probably what is it, 6 times now? Because Jake's was in a total of 6 county groups. Ones that I did not own. And so that's how many times we've had something get leaked. 6 times. And so finally, I guess I learned my lesson and made my private group here. So, you know. But the one thing that you can always take away is literally when your stuff gets leaked, you can just make better. You make better tech, and then you kind of outruled the leaked stuff. So, and that's pretty much like what I didn't realize at first. Like, because when front page games something gets leaked, they just move on with their life, and like a lot of people don't understand. It's literally they know they can make something better, and so that's pretty much what you have to do is after your stuff's leaked, you just make them better. And I mean, because whoever leaked them obviously can't make better stuff than you if they were that low life to leak them. So yeah, but I mean, and then you get to the point now, like now I'm sort of not even really focusing on it. I'm just sort of gonna make this public and obviously have the spawner for everyone and just if it gets leaked, it gets leaked. But at some point you just give it up. So what I think of Nexusville, I mean Nexus pretty much. Oh God, maybe I should have put that underlift up a little bit. Nexusville, I don't really know. I played it like yesterday. I mean, I don't really know what to say about it. Is the problem? I don't know what to say about Nexusville. I have no idea what to tell you on that. Would I say like what would I rate Nexusville? Like in terms of quality, like a 6 out of 10, maybe. Not that. Wait, what am I even saying? Like a 4 out of 10 in quality, probably is what I'd give it. But Nexus used to be in Jake's, and then he sort of floated away from us. I don't really know what happened, but he just kind of sort of floated away, and then he made that stuff out of the trucks that I gave out. So okay, let's see here. What am I doing here? Alright, let me get a better grab on this. Let's see. Will be able to buy a private server. I could do that. I could make it where you can have private servers. Yeah, cause then you guys, yeah, actually that's kind of a good idea, cause then you could, yeah. Actually, what I was thinking is I might make a game, what you call it, like I might make a game where the wreckers aren't like group locked in the yard or something, and just have that one open, and make it one player or something. Probably, I might do like one player for public server, and then kind of like how I did in Tosim, a private server, like you would unlock slots pretty much, and then you could play with your friends. I think I'm gonna do that though, because that way, that might be the way that you guys could learn the trucks and operate us with us on stream, because you could play with them and figure out how they work and on your own time. Because I was looking at what I said, I was like, hopefully you guys can operate with us, but then I thought about that and I was like, how in the world are we going to teach that many people? Like, I could make a separate video on every single truck, but like that would take forever. So I think I'm just gonna have somewhere where you can play with these, figure out what everything does on your own, and then that's how you could operate with us on stream. Because that would be a lot easier than trying to make videos on these. Yeah, that's clearly. I think that's because the cable is like not exactly straight. Yeah, because see how that's pulling the sling that way a little bit. I think that's why it's trying to tip that way. Let's try be in the public game. Yeah, because pretty much I just redone this truck today. Because like I said, the last time this truck was in game, I really couldn't tell you the last time this truck was in the game. It was like a year or something ago. Exactly, please. I don't know how to teach like these trucks. So, cause what the last couple of people, it's been someone else teaches. I haven't even taught someone how to use these trucks in so long. Let's see here. Cause trying to figure it out on your own is your best bet. So, cause that's how people usually learn. Is like, for example, in stupid Firestone Dot or whatever, they had the training course, but where you really learned secrets about the truck was driving it and just figuring out yourself. Yeah, I remember when I taught you on that flatbed. That was a long time ago now. The last year has like flown by fast though. I don't even know what happened, but it just like it feels like time has just gone by. Let's see here. Pick this up. Alright, let's see here. Alright, so, well, while I'm interacting with the stream, is there any trucks that anyone wants me to kind of show on the stream? Maybe? Kind of let me know in the chat. Make a video on the box controls. Well, the box controls, like how to make them or how to use them. 1075, okay. The Kenworth flatbed isn't in game currently because I'm remaking that one. The rollbacks that we have are these three for now. How to make them? Okay, yeah. Dizzle, I'm probably gonna make a video on how to do the box controls and stuff because they're like really simple. Uh, let's see here. So here, why it was first. So let me go show the 1075. Let's see here. So yeah, I'll do the 1075 and then obviously the Kenworth flatbed. I'm revamping that one so it's not in game. And then the Pete flatbed. Alright, let's pull this big hunk of chunk out. Alright, so this girl right here is absolutely massive. She's massive, but she can't even pick that much up. Nah. This one has a little... Yeah, I gotta reinsert this one. Dang, that sucks. This thing's got break shift on stream. That's gay. Alright, let's see here. Where's the flatbed with side floors? I don't have that one in game either currently. I'm remaking a lot of our trucks right now, so that's why you don't see a lot of them. Obviously the 1075 is having a little bit of brick shifting, if you can even see that. I don't know what the stream quality is like, but excuse the brick shift for now. I'll get this thing reinserted later. But so this is the 1075 here. So this one's actually a 5-winch setup. The old 1075 used to be a 6-winch, but I made the Raptor panel for 5, and I was too lazy to add the 6, control, like the orange one, so I was just like, screw it. But it's a 5-winch setup, and then this one has the Raptor, so you can select the leg you want, and you can go out with that one. You can select the one back here, and go out with them, and then you can put them down, of course. And so that's pretty much what that is. So this screen here is mainly for the legs, and then of course this is your house lock to lock the boom. And then here is your 2-speed page, which this is for these controls. Obviously, like the GUI doesn't really, this doesn't do anything for the GUI, but let's see here. And then the lights thing, this doesn't do anything, as you can see. So yeah, that's just sort of there. I didn't really know how to script that, so. Because this right here, since it's a service GUI, I didn't realize you couldn't fire remote events, like, at least just simply scripting it. I'm sure there's obviously a way, but for some reason it won't just do it with simple scripting, so. Alright, let's see. But yeah, this is the Raptor system for anyone that wanted to know. It's really simple. Let's see here. And then, so this is obviously what this thing can do. You got your rotation, you're up and you're out. This one has quite a bit of extension. And that's what the RB is, to reset your rotation back to 0. And so this one's got quite a bit of reach. This is the longest boom I have in game currently, so it doesn't seem like a lot, but once you put this thing beside some of the stick booms, it's pretty clear. Especially off the side is where this one sort of shines in reality. Let's see. Well, that's the 1075. We'll just do a walk around then. So yeah, she's a beautiful Peterbilt. Just big old 1075 body on it, so. But anywho. And so now let me figure out which truck is next that people asked for. Let's see. Oh god, we have to scroll back up a little. What was next? The Peterbilt wrecker was Sleeper. Alright. Let's show this one off. This one, these three right here are pretty much the same, like, controls and everything. So if I show you this one, you pretty much know. Alright. So let's see here. This one's pretty much, this truck here shines for like off the rear because it has a bunch of front end weight, so this thing's kind of a beast. for any recovery situation. But here's the 7035 here. So this truck is modeled. If people don't know, this truck here, I kind of based this off of a truck that Midwest Truck had, basically Ron Pratt's dad's company, pretty much. They had one that looked like this, except it didn't have the nice light bar stand. It was like the older one, the fiberglass light bar stand that was filled in and stuff. But that's what this is based off of, is one of their old trucks, pretty much. Um, and then you got your basic 7035 setup. So nothing crazy about this truck. Um, I don't really know what to say about this thing. It's just really, really basic. Um, and so this one, boom length wise, it's pretty good for a two stage. You got quite a bit of reach with this thing, and of course with the big cab up front, it's pretty stable. But I mean, this is this one. I mean, this I don't really know what to say much about these trucks other than just kind of show you a little bit on them. But I mean, but yeah, that was the big Pete sleeper there. Um, yeah, I mean, nothing much really to show you with this. So I don't really know what else to say on that one. Um, what's next? Oh, the 4024. 4024. This were really the same thing as you can see. So like you can see it's the exact same thing. It's just you don't have as much reach with this one as that one does. And it's obviously shorter, so that's really the difference between the 4024 and that truck is the length, and then obviously this one, it's the length of these three, but the rear ends are pretty much the same setup. So, uh, let's see what else. It's kind of hard to sit here and go back through YouTube chat. It should make this a little easier. I think that was it actually. I thought there was a lot more. Oh wait, no, someone said the light duty and the flatbeds over here. Here, I'll just show you the Pete flatbed. The flatbeds are all three the same, so bed-wise, there's no difference in length or anything, so. These can work unanchored, but because of the C-frame on the bed, it's just kind of better to anchor them. But everything has keyboard controls, so it's like, makes these things a lot easier to run. And that's just simply using the, you could look up a YouTube tutorial on how to do, like, how to detect um, a key press in a GUI. If you look that up, you probably could find a video on how to make that. So, be a lot quicker because it's gonna take me a little bit to, get some tutorials like that out. But we can winch off the rear bed sides here. I did the 3 winch system because a lot of people didn't understand why I had 3 bed winches. So the ones back here are really to tie down the car, and then they act as kind of a redirect too. But I don't know. This is the flatbed. I mean, these are basic. These aren't really that hard to figure out how to work. So, and yeah, the 9055 is currently being redone because of just a bunch of problems with it. So I don't know. 9055 is the one that Ronald ran, and I don't know. We were playing with it the other day, and the legs were doing the weird glitch. I know what it is, like, because I've encountered it before, but it's where, like, the blocks have lost, like, their physical properties. And I don't know how to fix it, so I just end up rebuilding them when that happens. It happens, like, every year and a half, which Ronald's truck, I built the 9055 just after the twin steer. And the thing is, a lot of people aren't gonna know this, but like that twin steer just a couple days ago, I realized the original version of this truck. Obviously, there's been a bunch of different versions of these since I made the original, but I made this the twin steer like this. Obviously, not the Raptor, and it was a 6 winch when I first made it, but obviously, basically, this thing was made 2 years ago, or 2 plus years ago, and that's crazy to think that I had this made up before all of that sitting there in like the 1060 over here. This thing here was made right after I did the 1150R, and so I did the 1150R was like the first, you know, truck revamp, like where I started actually applying Firestone tech legitimately. And then that one came along, and then it was the 9055. So the 9055's just kind of, it took a doo doo. So it's being remade. But, anywho. Um, YouTube chat's not the best to read. Okay, yeah, let's see, the light duty. The light duty is pretty interesting. This one here this is probably the most up-to-date tech, pretty much. This is just like the old homes over there, got pretty much the same tech, but let's go get a car right quick, actually. Alright, so I'll show you guys how this one works. This one's pretty easy once you figure out how to work it, but it's kind of complicated when you don't know what you're doing with this thing. Alright, so let's get our controls here. I'm gonna lock that so it goes straight again. But I'm simply just get this thing. Okay, get out with these. Alright, so let me try to extend as far as I can. I think I'm gonna have to back up a little. Yeah, I'm gonna have to back up a little bit. Let's raise that a tiny bit. Alright, so there we go. And then what I usually do is push these out, at least to get it hooked. So you put that up like that, get your clamps. I did this one. This one's kind of half and half on the tech, because, like, got the clickers right here when I could have put it into a GUI, but, you know, it's a little bit of half and half. Alright, let's see here. So, I mean, simply, you know, you work it how you would, obviously, IRL, and then once you got it here, I got this button that's kind of a two-function thing. One's like right click to attach the sling, left click to attach the wheel lift. So attached to the tire, and then pretty much, I mean, that thing's attached to the wheel lift legitimately. And then now we're pretty much good to go. And can haul it, and then I ain't got to worry about bumping anything. It's welded on there. So you can see that was a good example there. So she's welded, she ain't going nowhere. So that's like towing with the wheel lift on this thing, but obviously no one cares about the wheel lift. They want to see this sling work because it does work. Oh, and that car did that on me. Okay. Alright, let's go get another car right quick. That happens from time to time, so oh well. Can't really do much about that though. There's the wheels to it, slowly going back to it. One day they'll reunite. Alright, let's see here. Let's get a Chrome Vic. Alright, so you can kind of see why I have the lock pivot there. So that's why you have the lock pivot, so you ain't gotta sit there and have it going everywhere when you're going down the road. But this truck here is probably the most versatile like truck in Jake's currently. So this thing here can handle from a light duty car to like a semi tractor because of the sling here. And so a lot of people are probably like, what in the world is he talking about? The sling, even IRL. So the sling gives you a lot of capacity because instead of this 4,000 pound rated wheel lift, you're lifting with a sling that's kind of rated more like 10,000 pounds, and then you're using the boom to power it. So, like IRL, this thing's a 10-ton wrecker. Well, no, 12-ton, because it's a 894 Vulcan. Uh, so, this is like a 12-ton capacity boom, and then plus, you have a sling that can, obviously it's rated for 10,000 pounds, but people are going to overload just about anything. If it survives, then you know it's a good product. So, but so that's simple like that. Just get it. Let me get it down to the bumper real quick. And the reason, because a lot of people don't understand why slings have so much capacity, is because instead of your weight being here, this is hard to believe, but when you're towing with the sling, your weight is here. So it's not exactly at your boom base, but you're in the middle of your mounting point to your sling and the boom base. You're somewhere in the middle here. So instead of your weight being like here, because when you have this thing extended underneath the car, your weight's here pretty much. And then when you're towing with a sling, your weight's on your axle. So you're able to carry more because you got more front end weight, if that makes any sense. You have to have front end weight to be able to steer, and so whatever towing method gets you front end weight means you can handle more. So, and it's like IRL, these trucks right here are sometimes what people go with to start out because simply it's the way to go. Really, really versatile piece of equipment. So it's like, for example, if I've got the boom here, alright, so right here, having the boom out like this and having our sling like this, my weight's probably right here. So it's kind of hard to understand, but the farther up you go with your boom, the farther forward the weight transfer is. So let's say if you drop this down and you boom up all the way. Alright, so now that's max boom height. And so now we pick this car up. Now our weight is somewhere in here. So we moved from like way back here and we moved up forward. So now we got more front end weight. It's if you don't really understand like physics and geometry, it's kind of hard to understand some of that stuff. But I mean, in general, it's kind of good to know. I don't know why I talk about it, but I like talking about these things. I feel like some people just are like, all right, I don't know what he's talking about, but it's interesting. All right, let's see. So that's the light duty. Hopefully I didn't bore anyone out. Oh dang, I just looked up at my stream thing. I got 33 people watching. That's pretty cool. But anywho, let's take this back into the yard and drop it. Let's see here. What else could in the chat, is there any truck else that people want to see? So I think I'm getting pretty much towards the end of this live stream, and then this one will be public. So finally a public live stream, but it's kind of boring. So oh god, I detached that. Alright, I think pretty much everyone's seen what they wanted to see. After stream, could you make a control box video? I mean, I might do the control box video sometime next week, because, like I said at the start of the stream, I'm going to take a break for a couple of days and just kind of sit back, kind of develop the spawn system so you guys can come in game, and then maybe next week I might pick back up on things, but I don't know, I might take a longer break than that, I'm not too sure, honestly. Um, For yeah, no, I did. Someone DM'd me and asked me, but I mean, I may go through with it, but I don't really know. He asked me, and I kind of told him I don't really like selling or really working on any kind of group games anymore. So I mean, but he understood. So, but I don't know. I could change my mind. So. All right. Oh, the stabilizers are down. Okay, I think everyone's seen what they wanted to see, and then obviously you guys can watch the stream back because it's going to be public. Um, let's see. Alright, I had to clear my throat there. Good God. Yeah. All that talking, man. Alright, let's see here. Now I've went deep voice mode, so that's great. Alright. Um read a couple more messages in the chat and then I'm probably gonna end this, so the light duty rotator that I use in a person. I might like make another light duty rotator. I don't really know. It was kind of a 4 a.m. creation that was kind of stupid. So, all right, let's see here. And I am the one making all the decisions in the game. He is just helping keep everyone in check and ready for release. I mean, I don't know. He messaged me. I don't really like working for group games anymore. It's just I don't know. I used to do it all the time and I've just gotten bored of it, so you know. But anywho. I think I'm gonna end this here because it's been an hour and 3 minutes, so this will be well over enough footage for everyone. Um see, I think people like your stupid creations rather than the actual trucks, probably. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna end this one here. So hopefully you enjoyed. It was really fun kind of answering some questions for people and talking about things that no one understands most of the time probably. Um but yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. This will be up in probably I gotta wait for it to upload though. This will probably be public in I don't know, this is an hour of footage, so YouTube will probably take 2 or 3 hours to process. Um, so yeah, this might be up in 2 or 3 hours, but hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll simply just end it like this. See you in the next one.